Hi, Zan. I'm Houston. I'm coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club, as always. And today we're going to be looking at, we're going down under, and we're looking at the Aussie dollar against the U.S. dollar. In this case, the U.S. dollar against the Aussie dollar. So when the U.S. dollar is going this way, it's losing ground to the Australian dollar. It's taking fewer Australian dollars to buy one U.S. dollar. Conversely, what we're seeing now is a uptick, and we've got some things we want to show you today on this market, which is kind of interesting. First off, we want to look at, we've seen this before, this sort of double top pivot point. We've sort of had the measurement kind of reach where we wanted to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit. So we've sort of hit where we want to be target-wise on the downside. So let's see where we're going to go on the upside. Is the US dollar going to improve against the Australian dollar? It looks as though that's going to be the case, at least in the short term. So let's take everything off the screen, and I'm going to put in a trend line. It's easy to do with Market Club. We're using Market Club charts here, and this is a close-only daily chart of the Australian dollar against the US dollar. So I'll draw a trend line here, and that's pretty good. It matches where we want to be. We've got 3 points here, 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 and here, and this is a breakout right here. Now, what that means is the downward momentum has been stopped, and it looks as though we've sort of been going sideways for the month of June, and finally we've broken out over the highs that were seen in June. So I'm going to take this off the screen, and I want to put another indicator in here, one you've seen before, and that's going to be our Fibonacci indicator. Fibonacci was a 14th century mathematician, and for whatever reason he has been embraced by the financial world for many, many, many years. When I first started in the industry over 30 some years ago, Fibonacci was there, and it's been there for a long, long time. So you simply go from the high point, and we drag it down, and I'm going to just put this a little bit so it's right on the high point right there. And what we're seeing are some very simple retracement levels. This is 38%, 50%, and what we call 62%, even though it's 61.8 if we're really technical about it. So we're seeing the possibility of this market trading back to the 135 level just on a natural sort of bounce. Our MACD indicator, our MACD as it's called, as many people now call it, designed by Gerald Appel, it has been positive for quite some time. You see the blue line is trending up and continues to be in a positive mode. And also, we're going to put our triangles in here as well. Our trade triangles do very well in the currencies, and what we're looking at with trade triangles is you want to look at the weekly trade triangles for trend, and you want to use the daily for timing. Okay, so once again, weekly for trend, that would be the big move down here, and daily for timing, that would be something like we're seeing here. So I'm going to take this off the screen. I'm going to put our trade triangles on here. There's the weekly. This is the weekly right here. The last signal we had in the weekly was back here, so you can see it's a very good indicator. It just happens it occurred over this negative force line, so this is, I'm calling this a negative force line. This trend line right here, I'm calling that a negative force line. Okay, other people call them trend lines. I call them negative force lines and positive force lines. If this was going up like this would be a positive force line. So off the screen, I'm going to put our dailies in now. Dailies are a little more active, but you can see we had a daily right here at 124.78 and a weekly at 127. So actually you could have bought it lower than the weekly signal. But here we are, we're 128.25. The trend is up as far as we can tell, and we're expecting this market to trade back to possibly the 135 level and possibly even to the 140 level. So that's what we're seeing. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, but the trend Looks as though the momentum's broken on the downside, and we're going to trend higher with this market. So this is Adam Hewison for Market Club. Thanks for coming down under with me and watching the Australian dollar, and let's see how things work out. Thanks for watching.